Great.
Hello, everybody. This is Kristy Bird MaKieve. I am the CEO and founder of Healthy Rural California. I am also the executive director for Butte-Glenn Medical Society and North Valley Medical Association in Redding. We now represent 10 counties north of Sacramento in Northern California. I have some updates. Today is January 15th. It's Sunday. I don't know about you, but I am tired of this rain. I'm so glad we have rain, but it just does not seem to stop. But that's okay. I got out there this morning, even with the rain, to prune the roses because it's January and it needs to be done. And I have to do that when I can. So I am looking forward to this update very much because it's some really great stuff happening and some ideas that are forming that I think are really going to build capacity for health and mental health care services in the North State. And that is really, really exciting to me. I'm going to first talk about the North State Economic Summit that was held on Thursday at Chico State at the BMU, and I really enjoyed it. And I get it. I get that this is a large territory in Northern California with few people, but I am going to go out on a limb and say we should probably be adding healthcare and the healthcare industry to the dashboard of what makes Northern California economically resilient. There's a lot of talk about the need for more higher paying jobs. Well, healthcare positions tend to pay more, especially when you have doctors and nurses and others who are essential to making sure that there's quality of care and the essential needs are being met of the population of Northern California in terms of their healthcare. So I actually think that we have some work to do that would help put healthcare on the economic dashboard of the North State, and that we should be doing that. I'll be talking to the great people at North State. They're wonderful, very smart people, and I really enjoy working with them. So I'll be letting them know. But there's some things that we have to put in place first. So I've been percolating on what I'm calling the Health and Human Services Regional Council for the North State. And this HHSRC was originally designed in my mind to be a way for us to problem solve these larger scale infrastructure needs that go beyond one county. They go beyond sort of the individual hospitals and healthcare provider networks. And so this council should represent a lot of different people who are involved in healthcare, but also maybe not necessarily directly involved, but are passionate about making sure that we are addressing the issues that are affecting health and healthcare and mental health in the region. But it's morphing into something even more substantial than that. Whereas this, I think that this Health and Human Services Regional Council could serve us even more by doing an analysis of all of the different counties in the North State and their individual health needs assessments and health improvement plans, and sort of rolling all of those up into a North State healthcare index, if you will, of what the needs are, what the gaps are, and how we might be improving everything as a region. I did hear very loudly throughout this economic summit on Thursday that the state is actually looking to fund regions, that they're realizing that county by county gets probably a little bit too burdensome for the state because we have a lot of counties in the state, but also that some counties, what I just said about the Health and Human Services Regional Council, which is that these issues of fire and, disaster relief and healthcare, and, they're bigger than any one county, and oftentimes involve multiple counties. And so with that in mind, I'm going to be seeking some funding to really bolster this Health and Human Services Regional Council so that I can hire someone like an analyst, because I also think that getting this dashboard of the resilience of the North State without a healthcare economic analysis on an annual basis is a disservice to the people of the North State. Like, if we had the ability to not only just take the health needs assessments and the health improvement plans, but also the economic drivers that come with healthcare as a region, we can better serve the region and better say to the governor or the federal government or whoever, our congressmen, Congress people, hey, we are in need of this many dollars in order to achieve better health outcomes and mental health outcomes in this way. So I'm really jazzed about that idea. I think it could be a game changer and help us compete. So many times I hear, especially through the medical societies, that, we just get ignored in the North State. And the LA and the Bay Area are always going to grab the attention of our legislators, the, federal government. So I think this Health and Human Services Regional Council could really be important for the future of the North State. When you think about healthcare, it's more than just, having higher paid jobs in the region. We would want to have healthier outcomes for the population in general. You tend to be more productive and work longer, which means that you have more disposable income, which then goes back into the economy. You bring more jobs to the area, which is always a good thing. And investing in healthcare is also just important for quality of care and having just a better life. And so many people come to the North State to retire and looking for affordable housing, which I'm not quite, well, when I look at Chico, I'm not quite sure the affordable housing is the equation, but, in other parts of the region, or they want a quieter life, or, not be so connected to the grid. But then they're older and they need more healthcare. There's also talk on Thursday about bringing more recreation to the region. Well, I got to tell you, recreation is good, and I'm a big fan, but it also requires more healthcare. When I think about the town of Truckee, and it has Tahoe Forest Hospital there, they do a lot of broken bones and radiology and, other services, because when you have more people going outdoors, the more likelihood of injury and illness is greater. So anyway, I think I have a good premise to seek some funding for this Health and Human Services Regional Council. Associated with that is also a new research task force. I always get that confused, because we did have a residency task force, and it led us to the graduate medical education programs that we're launching with Healthy Rural California. So this time I'm looking at a research task force. Now, the basic premise of this, again, it was generated as a result of building the curriculum for our future psychiatry and family medicine residents who do need to do research as part of their curriculum. Now, quality improvement projects can be a part of that research, but there's so much more. And I also think it's an economic driver for Chico, Butte County, if we could find some more companies who are willing to invest and do the research with our healthcare providers. It could be really interesting. So this task force, several people will be invited I've asked Charlie Ansbach to lead this, and then we have an intern, Lily Truchon, and they will be in touch with folks soon, or feel free to reach out to me if you're interested, because we want the next 6 months to really dive into what research do we have. There's some basic sciences being done at Chico State, which is fantastic. There's a new cancer center with Enloe Medical Center that could be another place where there's already existing research and we just don't know about it yet. And then the last 6 months of this year will be focused on what are the needs, where are the gaps, and how might we at the end of the year have a proposal for pursuing different research opportunities. So that's awesome. Very, very exciting. I'm also, through the Economic Summit, talking about our Health and Technology Education Center. So this new building, we would hope, would be in or around Miriam Park because of all the different housing options are there. But this building concept, I've mentioned it before, so I'm not going to go too deep into it, but there's a couple of regional efforts that are underway that might help us get some funding. And, you know, we're poised to have 28 residents, both between the psychiatry and family medicine residency programs, possibly more. We are working on you and me, basically medical school students, and I'll get into that in a bit. And then, of course, the Rural STEM Center would benefit from a new location, expanded area to grow in, and would help expand the nursing program at Chico State, which is what the area could benefit from greatly. So, and then maybe some research, like an innovation lab, could be built into this building. So there's the HTech is what we call it for short. We are gung-ho and excited about that. And I'm going to hopefully put some proposals in soon to figure out how to move forward with that. There's a couple of grants that, there's one other new thing that I forgot to mention here. So a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I can't remember, Dr. Zwerdling and I went to Berkeley and we met with Stanford and UC Davis psychiatry faculty and residents, and we created a new group called RUMBA, Rural Mental and Behavioral Health Alliance. And we hope that this new alliance will help expand capacity in terms of psychiatry services, telepsychiatry services in the region. We know that with our future residents, RUMBA is going to be important, but if we have the residents and faculty from Stanford University and UC Davis ready to partner with us. There is a grant opportunity that came up. It's evidence-based. It may not be in 2023, but we are working together. We did submit a grant application in November of last year, trying to seek some funding to get this, what it's a rural health network grant, and to get that going. So RUMBA is really exciting, really great people. I think we can help a lot of the communities in the area. So we are talking to Rochelle at Boys and Girls Club Chico because she has some ideas on how to connect RUMBA with a certain program related to the Boys and Girls Club. So that's in the works. Really excited about that. Okay, so back to the nursing department at Chico State. This coming week, there is a grant application that's due, and we really want to submit it. There's been a lot going on, but this is kind of what I'm calling the Faculty First program. The Faculty First program is based on the fact that, yeah, we need more nursing students, right? We need to expand the BSN program at Chico State. They have 40 slots at this time, and they have like 600-700 applications per year. And some people have to wait 7 years to get into the program. So with that much pent up demand, we need to open it up, right? But we don't have enough faculty to teach and expand that much. And when I mentioned H-Tech before, and we hope to move the Rural Sim Center into H-Tech with our graduate medical education programs, that would be fantastic. But again, to expand that, we need more faculty. So that's why I kind of say faculty first. Like, yes, we need more nursing students, but we need to inspire clinicians to become nursing educators. And we need to support the students financially who are pursuing those additional degrees. Some have to go to another city to get a DNP or their PhD, which are required for some faculty positions. Master's degree at least is needed. So we're exploring with this opportunity that's due this week that the Faculty First program. That's just what I'm calling it, but it does have a certain ring to it, don't you think? Okay, so that would be a phenomenal way to step into the nursing grants that we hope to also support through Healthy Rural California. And then related to that is that we hope to hire another person for clinical connections, not just for nursing program placements. We have an HPPP grant from the state through HCI, and that goes into effect this summer, where we're going to be providing stipends to students, both nurses and physician, the future nurses and physicians of the region. And it would be really great to have a person who could focus on that. But in addition, there's one more thing that has really started to pick up for us, and that is related to clinical connections, in that we are looking at basically medical school students coming to the region and doing their third, fourth year rotations. Now we're starting with UC Davis and the Compadre 2.0 program, which we love and adore because we've long been working. I used to work at UC Davis School of Medicine, and then our associate program director for the psychiatry residency is also very closely related to connected to UC Davis and the Compadre program. So we have on deck our first medical student from UC Davis who's interested in psychiatry, who's coming in the next couple of months for 2 weeks. Now we're going to be doing 4-week rotations, 3 or 4 weeks, depending on the student's needs. But we're going to start with 2 weeks because this is our very first student. In the meanwhile, we've had conversations with Touro University, and that just happened. And they're interested in basically a 6 medical student hub that could be through our organization and help coordinate that. And there's actually a significant amount of work that goes into coordinating those medical school student placements. There are, forms that have to be filled out that explain how the academics are going to be delivered. There's housing, there's just a wide range of things that need to be coordinated. So again, back to hiring somebody who could be our clinical connections coordinator, and building a medical school in Chico is very, very exciting. I'm super, super excited. As we continue on the messaging about how medical education really does transform communities, this magazine came out at the end of 2023 and we're 2022, got ahead of myself. And we are already embarking on preparing and writing the next issue that should be finished and designed in March, and then sent out to everybody on our list. And so if you're interested in an article, for those who are in GME, this is a great way to do scholarly activity. Another call out, we need virtual grand rounds presenters. We have a few months lined up for 2023, but there's the rest of the year that we have to plug in. And that's handled through Butte-Glenn Medical Society and the North Valley Medical Association. We're more than happy to feature physicians throughout the region. I think I covered it. There's so much more. We're looking forward to February 2nd in Reading, really bringing together the North Valley Medical Association for the first time in several years. We hope that everybody can join us and just celebrate the evening. We've gotten a great lineup of speakers, including Dr. Robert Moore from Partnership Health Plan and Laura Acosta from Dignity Health. And Dr. Yu from Aledade will also be there. And I think she's going to share a few words, but not necessarily focus on value-based care, which she could and should if she wants to. So February 2nd is going to be great. We have received for Butte-Glenn Medical Society our scholarship or scholar award applications, and the scholarship committee is reviewing those, and then we'll have our dinner in April to share those winners with the community and just sort of have another dinner and celebration. Yeah, it's it's so much going on. But if you have any questions, you want to join the research task force, the Health and Human Services Regional Council, Faculty First, Clinical Connections, we need an administrative assistant, a little bit of a higher level, level 2, hopefully with some bookkeeping experience, just because we have so many grants. And we have a new controller who's starting in a week and a half, the 24th, I think. Her name is Callie, and she's a CPA and has a lot of experience managing grants, which is exactly what we need. Callie is really, it's just going to be a game changer for healthy rural California. So lots going on. I hope that you all are okay, that your property has not suffered too much damage with all of this rain, and that we can see you soon. And again, thank you for all you do in healthcare in the North State. And we hope that everybody is well and getting through this high respiratory illness season. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.